Very tough series to pick out East for obvious reasons on both sides. The number 1 seeded Philadelphia 76ers, their big fella, their MVP, Joel Embiid, is wobbly. He's on pretty much 1.5 legs right now. He's not the greatest version of himself, missing the end of that Wizards series. You look at Ben Simmons, to me, the biggest factor of any series with Philadelphia is the fact that he can't shoot. Like, I'm never going to let that go. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's not the fact that Ben Simmons doesn't knock down 45% from the three-point line. That ain't it. He doesn't shoot. Like, I can live with a guy missing. Like, okay, Russell Westbrook last series. Brody was awful shooting the basketball. But to at least keep a little bit of pressure on a defense by at least taking the shot, even if you're not making it, it helps out your team a lot. Ben Simmons just refuses to take an outside jumper. And I don't know if it'll be this series or the next. Somebody's just going to say, look, we're not going to allow you in the lane. We'll switch up our whole rotation to make sure you don't get in the lane. And then we swing over to Atlanta's side. They were much more physical than the New York Knicks. I still don't look at the Hawks as a physical basketball team. I just think they're more physical than the finesse team in New York last series, and they won. They beat the crap out of New York. Once they got their mojo, it was over. It was all over for the Knicks. Trae Young might be the best player in this series. And I obviously think Joel Embiid is more talented, but when you got a guard that can extend your defense like that, that three-point shot, it just shows you how important and how prevalent and how valuable that three-point shot is versus anything else. Like, I'm saying Trae might be better than Joel Embiid in this series. Be clear, Joel Embiid's one of my top 10 players in the league right now. But when we incorporate that three-point shot, the way Trae can do it, and the fact that Embiid is not the 100% himself, this might be the series where Trae Young is clearly the best player in it. That's how good he is. And when you incorporate the fact that other guys on Philly, Danny Green can get he can get streaky. As he's probably the most streaky shooter of all time. Seth Curry can get streaky as well. Tobias Harris is inconsistent at best. Man, I'm looking over Atlanta's side. John Collins is fighting for a contract right now. You got a couple guys that have gotten healthy at the right time. DeAndre Hunter's a big body that you could attach to Tobias or whomever. Bogdanovich is a sniper right now. Yo, man, I might do it. What y'all thinking? I'm thinking I'm going to do it, y'all. Atlanta Hawks in 7 games over Philadelphia. Oh, my goodness. I know I'm going to start up an uproar with that one. Yeah, I'm going to do it. The Hawks are going to defeat the Sixers. Now, I don't give the Hawks a chance against Milwaukee or Brooklyn next round. I don't give them a chance. But when I look at this series, Ben Simmons is telling me he's a lockdown defender. I don't believe it. Ben Simmons is telling me that the confidence is growing in his jump shot. I don't believe it. I don't believe in Ben Simmons. I don't believe in him. And that's what this series comes down to. At the end of the day, Trae Young can shoot. I don't need to believe in that. It's a fact. He can shoot the basketball. Are you asking me to believe that Ben Simmons will be Defensive Player of the Year 4 times in this series? Or will Trae Young get hot 4 times in this series? I'm going to roll with Trae Young, and I'm going to roll with the Atlanta Hawks to upset the Philadelphia 76ers in 7 games. I think it's going to take every bit of 7 games just because the Hawks are going to struggle at some point in this field shooting. Philadelphia's more physical than New York was, but not physical enough to beat the Hawks. I think the Hawks make history and advance to the conference finals, taking down the 1-seeded Sixers in 7 games.